Good morning, guys. I have got one in the background with 2 ear infections. It's been a rough couple of days. Just gotten the groceries, gotten home. I've got so much to do, and the most important thing is food prep and groceries. I'm gonna run you through the groceries I've gotten for the week. I did spend over my budget, our budget of $150, and I say budget because it's, you know, we are pretty flexible with our budget for our groceries. But I spent $180.35 this week. I hope that came up nice and clear for you. So, should we take a look? You're just gonna have to put up with the bluey noise in the background. Little Miss is set up with a packet of tiny teddies, Bluey on her iPad, her blanket on, her drink bottle. That's what she wants, and that's what she's getting for today. So in our colder section, I've got my milk as per usual, and custard. I've got no yogurt this week, so I've still got some in the fridge. But Little Miss has been wanting cold things with her sore ear, and she's got a sore throat as well. And I had custard come today, thank goodness, so I'll actually get that prepped for the kids this week. I love these. These were half price. Should have gotten 2 boxes and I didn't. So they're normally $9, which is pretty expensive, but half price at $4.50 is a really good price point. Pre-cut, ready to go, crumbed, everything. You just got to heat them up in an oven, or if you've got one of those, what are they called? Not a steamer. What's the word I'm thinking of? It'll come to me soon. Those little oven things on your bench. Really, really handy. What is the word I'm trying to think of? I don't know. Air fryer. Air fryer. If you have an air fryer. I don't, but if you do, there you go. Chicken mince. I was out, so I got 2 packets because it was 2 for $11, so I saved $1. Same as the sausages. I had no sausages. These are, I just find sausages, mashed potato, and some veggies the easiest dinner, and my kids will eat it every single time. So I love having sausages in my freezer, and I find pork sausages are a lot more softer and easier to eat. We prefer them, and my kids love them. So that was 2 for $10, so I saved $1, usually $5.50 each. And then just some deli meat, so ham and roast beef, because my husband is loving sandwiches at the moment, which is great, or wraps, or just like an open salad bowl with like deli meats through it. So that's pretty much what we got there for the week with our dairy and meat. We got some eggs and our butter as per usual. These potatoes were a great price point this week. I think they were $2.10 a kilo, or I got them for $1.70 a kilo. I can't remember, but I got a big, did I get 5? 4, a big 4 kilo bag of potatoes, and they will last a few weeks, so I store them correctly. Probably the biggest expenditure this week was the pantry stuff, and I think I said this the other week. I tend to get a lot of my savings coming from the pantry, but I mean, fruit and veg is pretty stock standard this week. The only extra things, I got a couple of pears. My kids are starting to get over red apples, which happens, we all do. So I got a couple of pears this week. Oranges were a really great price point at $2 a kilo. They're normally $2.90. I haven't gotten mandarins in a while because I'm finding my kids are just sucking out the juice of a mandarin. Maybe that's gross to you, I don't know, but they're eating the orange. My son doesn't like oranges, but my daughter eats the actual orange and not just suck the juice out. So I haven't had mandarins for a while, but they're loving strawberries. So I've got strawberries, and I still have the rock melon from last week, so they'll become part of their morning tea snacks for this week. This is my favorite cordial, and I think I have almost every flavor, but this one was on sale, so I was like, I'll grab it. It only had 70 cents off, but I'm out, and it was on sale, and it's sitting here now. These peckish crackers, love them. Really, really, really love them. My kids love them. They were half price. They go at half price, I want to say like probably every 2 to 3 months, and when they do, I stock up. I've got 8 packets, and they had 8 packets in stock for me, so I grabbed them. These will probably last me, I'm hoping, the next month. I'm very strategic on how I hand them out to the kids to make them last. So they've got crackers, because we are getting away from having cracker sandwiches. We're actually having like bread sandwiches. So I got 2 loaves of our favorite bread this week. Kids are really enjoying sandwiches at the moment. I'm just trying to bring in more spreads or fillings for their sandwiches. So this week I'm going to try cheese sandwiches, or cheese and ham sandwiches. This is a really nice, mild tasting ham. My mum actually got us onto it here. The Milano ham. It's got a really nice mild taste to it, kind of a little bit sweet. So I'm going to try that with my kids this week. So I don't want to be doing just like your peanut butter every day. At the point now where my son is bored and he's having just butter sandwiches. Other pantry stuff I got, now these were not on sale, but we do go through them probably every fortnight. I've got a lot in my pantry, but I did grab these this week, thank goodness, because little miss likes the chocolate ones and she's sick, and that's what she is currently eating because she didn't eat for about 2 days, and that's what she wanted, that's what she got. My son loves having Nutri-Grain, and this bulk box here with the extra 20% was on sale. So I do grab that from time to time when it is on sale. I could have grabbed 2 of those this week, but I was trying to keep my price point under the $200 mark, which I did. Otherwise I would have grabbed 2 of those. I would have grabbed 2 packets of these here and really stocked up, but I was like, calm down, I've got plenty of food in the house, I don't need it. I don't deny, don't need it yet, correct, but I do have lots of other chicken in my fridge and freezer. There's plenty of other cereals that my kids will eat. So my kids will either have Wheat Bix, porridge, honey on toast, or Nutri-Grain. This Wheat Bix here was half price, so I think $2.60 a box. This worked out so much cheaper than buying the bulk Wheat Bix box this week. So I grabbed 4 of these little ones here. So I saved half price on 4 of those, which was fantastic. Every time these go on sale for half price, I always grab like 2 or 3. I think it's become a trend of mine. I probably need to stock, so I've probably got so many under my sink. Last week I purchased the not Cocoa Pops, rice bubbles. I think they were the Coles brand rice bubbles. I wanted to make marshmallow, ricey, what do you call them, the LCM bar things, but you needed marshmallows, and I was gonna make my own marshmallow, and I was like, ugh, that's just too time consuming. I'm just gonna buy a bag. So I got a jumbo bag because I think it was the cheapest per 100 grams, and I'm gonna make the rice bubble treats for the kids this week. And then everything else I'm hoping is kind of like self-explanatory. I got some pasta because that was on sale. The kids got more 2-minute noodles. Dog food was on sale. My usual fruit and veg, nothing really out of the ordinary, but it was more stocking up on some pantry items and then a few extra things with the protein. So the pork sausages and the chicken mince. So what I am going to do, I feel like I need to have a coffee, so I might do that while I get the groceries put away. I am going to get my containers out and I'm gonna start thinking of some things. I'm gonna go through my fridge and freezer. I actually cleaned up my fridge the other day, and there are some foods I wanna cook up to get used for the week, and I've kind of got an idea on dinners. So let me get these groceries away. I'm gonna come back in the click of a finger and we're gonna work out dinners for the week, and we're gonna food prep. Now keep in mind, food prep for me is sometimes cutting up the carrots, putting them in a jar in the fridge, ready to go. Sometimes it's putting the custard or the yogurt in the kids' pouches, making it easier. I can just say, here you go. Sometimes it's cooking up a batch of pancakes. I make those whole pancakes for the kids and put them in the freezer so they're ready to go. So today will be a mixture of both. I'm going to do a bit of food prep in regards to prepping my veggies and fruit and dairy for the week, and some of my other food prep is going to be cooking some food ready for when it is needed. I'm not meal prepping anything. I'm going to probably make a batch of rice or a batch of quinoa, and that's just going to sit in the fridge in a container. I'm not going to like portion it with some chicken and some veg. That's not how we work. And the reason I'm probably saying this is I might do a voiceover. I'm not too sure. I'm going to see how little Miss goes, because I have a feeling she's going to be talking to me throughout the video, and I don't want to get distracted from filming what I'll be making for this video. So you may see a voiceover come up. You may see me put up like a list of things I'm going to make for the week. You finished? Yeah. See? So I'll see how we go. So are you ready? Okay guys, so I done some planning. I put the groceries away, and I do a lot of dinner prep. I do a lot of dinner ideas. So I thought this sort of prep video, I'm going to focus on snacks. Snack ideas, snack preps. Yes, I have my dinners up for the week, but it's kind of the stock standard this week. It's sausages with veggies, it's spag bowl. There's nothing special. I'm not trying any new recipes. So I thought I would share with you some snack prep. So I've put on some eggs to boil, and the kids can have some boiled eggs as snacks of the week, or husband leaving to go to work, he can take a boiled egg. You can reheat a boiled egg and you can have boiled egg on toast. So I put those on to cook. Anything that needs cooking, I try and get started first. And then these are capsicums and garlic from last week and the week before. So I thought, well, one, they had to get used up, and I thought I would make a dip out of them. So they were just going into a roasting pan with a little bit of oil, salt and pepper. Excuse me. It's late in the evening filming this. I'm going to roast them, and once they've roasted, I'll turn them into a dip. The next thing I thought I would do is, this is the yogurt from last week and the custard from this week, and I thought I would just fill up a few of the kids' pouches. I find this really handy for days when I'm trying to be more efficient around the house, or if we are going out and we take a lunch or morning tea with us, they're done. The kids can go into the fridge, grab one themselves, they know how to open them, and they can just help themselves to a custard or a yogurt. These are actually cinchy pouches. I really like them because they're reusable. I can wash them up. My kids like the designs on them. I'm not spending a lot of money on throwaway plastic. And in the long run, these actually work out a lot cheaper than buying the throwaway pouches every week. These have got little lids on them. I'm actually waiting to get them back into stock, the larger lids, to make it easy for the kids to open. But I think they're fantastic. Even that Yoplait yogurt that has really chunky strawberries through it, my kids can easily have it through these cinchy pouches and it's no problem at all. So it's a bit of fun for the kids, and it kind of just sets my week up instead of having to pour things into a bowl constantly and that sort of thing. Dishes are still the same though, because I'm still cleaning up. It just means it's a lot more quicker for me to pull a pouch out and the kids can have it for their morning tea or afternoon tea or dessert, whenever they want.
Wouldn't understand it. Maybe something's missing inside of you. Just a bit of sugar to that horrid bitter. Maybe you taste different. Hold up, baby. I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
Now with the fruit, so this is a rock melon from last week that we hadn't even opened up. So I'm just cutting that up, prepped for morning tea and afternoon tea. With my strawberries, I don't like removing the green leaf part of it because I find my kids don't like when the strawberry then has a brown bit on the end from where I've cut the strawberry. So I just wash them and then put them into the container. But I do remove the strawberries that are probably quite ripe and need to get eaten first, just so I make sure that they don't get rotten sitting in the bottom. But this container here from Kmart, I'm really, really enjoying using it. I just wish it was more see-through so I could actually see what's in the container while it's in the fridge. Not a big deal. It's a great container. I do really like it. Now that that's kind of done, I'm going to move into a lot more sort of veggie prep. So I'm just getting the corn from, is this from today's grocery haul? I think this is from today's grocery haul. And I like to cut them in half because my kids won't eat a full one. And I like to make it last a bit longer for dinners. So instead of 4 corns, it gives me 8 corn on the cobs. I don't know, it makes sense in my head when I cut it up. So I just like to go through and prep my veggies that are cut. So when it comes to making dinner, nothing's necessarily cooked, but it's prepped. So all I have to do is pull it out, put it in the pot, cook it, and then I've got my protein to cook and a meal is done. So I'm going to go through and do the veggies for the week now. And I also find cutting veggies and putting them into a container and not have them sitting loose in the fridge or in a veggie drawer in the fridge, which we don't have anymore. I've removed it. It's now our milk storage for the week. It actually prolongs the life of the veggies as well, which for me is a huge win.
Go on, blow up your ego, your undying ego. Oh, look here he goes, stepping on toes.
I then raided my fridge and thought, along with the capsicum dip I'm making, I had enough ingredients to make a tzatziki dip. And I did have a cucumber from last week that we had not yet eaten and we kind of needed to use. So I thought I'd make a tzatziki dip. We are having the pulled pork dish this week, and it does require tzatziki dip, so I'll have probably half then, and then the other half we might just use as like a tasting platter to dip some carrots into or something. But that can sit in the fridge for a few days, and I'm pretty confident we will consume that quite quickly, along with these carrots here that I am prepping. If you haven't seen my carrot prep before, I peel all my carrots, I cut all my carrots, I put them into a container. I prefer to use glass for this, just a self-preference, and then I fill it up with water, and this can keep my carrots for about 2 weeks. Pre-cut, ready to go. I just clean the water out every 2 to 3 days, and I did share a photo on my Instagram page comparing what you can purchase carrots for per kilo as a whole, $2 a kilo, compared to when you purchase them. This was for Coles, when someone else does this prep for you, and I think it was like $19 a kilo to have someone cut them and put them into a container for you to purchase. I timed this, and this took me, I think, 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Done. I have a whole thing of carrots for at least probably a week for our family, because we go through carrots quite a lot. I then decided again, so this was from last week's grocery haul. I had the Coles brand, what do you call them, rice bubbles, and I bought the marshmallows this week, so I'm going to make them. I'm going to call them like a homemade LCM bar. I'm sure there's other names for them, but it's pretty simple. I got 250 grams of marshmallows, which is basically me pulling out all of the white ones, 75 grams of butter, melting that all together and adding 6 cups of rice bubbles. I very dodgily measured out 6 cups of rice bubbles, mix them together when the marshmallows and the butter has melted, and put it into a dish to set. I actually use a dish from IKEA. I use this multiple times and I really like it. Let it set and then cut it up. This is a great school snack.
I guess it never hit you. Our conversation takes two, paying it some interest from time to time. Inside all that greatness and all of your adventures, you're all alone. Hold up, baby, I can sit beside you while you're going on about your simple life. Nothing left you thinking that maybe you're not different.
Self-explanatory now. I'm just putting my boiled eggs that have cooled down into a container and into the fridge. I don't peel them until I need to use them, depending on what I'm going to use them for. I just find they last a bit longer with the shell on. And I've let my capsicum mixture cool down as well, so I'm just going to put that into my NutriBullet and blitz that up to make a really nice dip to enjoy throughout the week. If we don't finish it by day 3 or 4, I'll probably portion it up into ice cubes and end up freezing it when we do use it. This doesn't have to be just a dip. You could also use this as a sauce for like a pasta or something as well.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best.
And lastly, I decided to raid my freezer, and I had a massive bag of spinach, and I thought, you know what, my son is going to love my Hulk pancakes, picking him up from Kindy this afternoon. So it's a really simple recipe. I put in 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, 1 3/4 cups of milk, and then I add a little bit of sugar and spinach, because spinach can be quite bitter, so I find adding in sugar just gives it a little bit of balance. That gives the colour of green. You could add blue, you could, to make it blue, you could add blueberries to make it kind of like a pinky colour, strawberries. I do that for my daughter to make like unicorn pancakes, but we do the green for Hulk pancakes. It was a great way to get like extra veggies into them. You could also add avocado into this, and you could also add zucchini into this. My son and my daughter love these, and it's one of those sort of snacks where I don't really mind how much they eat. If you didn't want to put sugar into the mixture, you could just add a vanilla bean or some vanilla essence. If you don't add any sweetener, I do find the spinach can be quite bitter, so just be mindful of that. But I'm just going to cook a massive batch of these. I do get quite a few out of them because I cook them in like a little pikelet dish. It's from Aldi's, the frying pan. It's like a happy face frying pan. My mum purchased this for me many years ago, but apparently Aldi's bring it out all the time, just in case you're going to see my frying pan and question me. I put half into a container to store in the fridge, and the other half I flash freeze, so I lay them onto a tray, put them into the freezer until they're frozen, and then I put them into the freezer, and this just stops them sticking together, and I can pull one out at a time, heat up in the microwave, or throw it onto the bench and the kids can enjoy it. I do this a lot with my cooking. When I want to put things into the freezer, I will do a flash freeze with them. So I'm going to whip up a batch of these for my children to enjoy probably this afternoon, to be honest.
That everything is gonna be alright. I know that you feel all alone in this world, but you have to put your trust into us, and we will help you through, 'cause we only want what's best, what is best for you.
That is my grocery haul and food prep for the week. This is not a Pinterest or an Instagram perfect fridge. This is an organized fridge. This is a fridge that's going to save me money and reduce food waste. That is my goal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, we will talk soon. Bye.
What is best for you?